yeah, I know why you got him.
Desmond Bain was their best player in the playoffs in round one last year. It's not debatable. He was their best player against Minnesota. But this is why I got them. This is why I think Memphis is better. Okay, let's look at the top three players. Right, you can
Go
say
ahead.
you can say Ja is better than Zion just because he's been proving it over the last couple years, and he's averaging more assists and he's on par on rebounds than Zion. He's not shooting better from the field, but he's shooting better from three.
So you
He's
got
better from
Zion
free
as
throw line.
Pelicans #1 guy.
Huh?
You got Zion as Pelicans #1 guy.
You can say it's Ingram. I think Ja is better than Ingram too. I'm not even a big Ja guy. I just think he's better than Zion and Ingram right now. They have the potential to be better, but they have to prove it. So right now, Ja's better. I think Ja is better than Zion. I think Bane is equal to Ingram. Before Bane got hurt this year, he was averaging 25 points and he was shooting like 43% from three. So it's like I told y'all this. I felt like Desmond Bain is going on a Ray Allen type trajectory where he's gonna be at 25 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists for the next 7 years. That's just how I feel. And I feel like he done got better as a playmaker. He's the second greatest shooter in the league right now today. And I feel like he's equal to, if not a little bit better than Ingram right now, even though whatever, they're on the same tier. So I got Ja better than Zion. Desmond Bain and Ingram are equal. Jaren Jackson and CJ McCollum are equal. Let me tell you why. CJ McCollum, offense. Jaren Jackson Jr., defense. They cancel each other out, just want different skill sets. One's an offensive guy, one's a defensive guy. So they third best players. One is an offense only, and one in Memphis, their third guy is defense only. Now, let's look at the role players. You look at the role players, I feel like Tyus Jones is a top three backup point guard. And I feel like Brandon Clark is the best bench unit big in the entire league. New Orleans has the best overall bench, but Memphis is right under them when it comes to bench. So I feel like it's closer than what people think. And we done seen Memphis already get out of the first round. We know how experience actually plays a factor when it comes to NBA basketball. So I feel like Pelicans might have a brighter future, but this season I can see the Memphis Grizzlies getting further than the Pelicans, and that's just my opinion right now.
So you basing that if they had to play each other in a 7 game series.
Yeah, yeah.
And you
The
betting
only
your
the,
you
the
betting your
only
money
thing,
on the Grizzlies.
huh?
You betting your money on the Grizzlies.
Against the Pelicans in this season, yeah. I think the Pelicans have more upside, but my problem with the Pelicans, y'all know, they four best offensive players can't play no defense and it don't look good together. You have to wait for their bench unit to come in and to see the real New Orleans Pelicans. And I feel like that's going to be a problem when the rotation starts to get cut down to 7, 8, 9 guys. When you get to playing all these, when Jose Alvarado, Najee Marshall have to come in, and Larry Nance to give y'all a defensive spark, that's a problem for me. I feel like the Memphis Grizzlies starting lineup has more balance, and I feel like the New Orleans Pelicans starting lineup is offense oriented, and that's why when Brandon Ingram and Zion both play together, it looks wonky because it really doesn't fit like that. Ingram is a one-on-one scorer. He's not a catch and shoot guy. Like Desmond Bain is a catch and shoot guy, and he can kind of score one-on-one and he can play make. I feel like Ingram really needs his own team, to be honest, and Zion needs his own team. So we'll see. I'm not saying it won't work because they said the same thing about Tatum and Brown, but this year it's gonna take some time, and I don't think they're better enough this year to beat the Grizzlies in a 7 game series because their starters can't play. They can't play defense together, and they'll have to mix and match with their bench in terms of lineup.
Hey, I ain't got no argument on this side. I mean, shit, yeah, I'd love to see it. I'd
Well,
love to see it.
well, I guess I cooked y'all. Y'all want to move on to the next topic?
No, I mean you ain't. I mean you ain't necessarily. I mean I ain't saying I got
Yeah,
cooked. I'm just saying shit. I would love to see it.
I'm just playing, y'all. I'm just
All you did
playing.
was list numbers. I mean, I can do that the same thing. I mean, Brandon Ingram is shooting some of the best.
Like you make a very valid. Hey, nigga, I ain't gotta fight you on every goddamn
No,
thing.
no,
Wait a minute.
I was just playing. But right, you can keep debating if you want to.
But you know, it don't matter how much defense them niggas start playing.
Stats and everything. I was just keeping it simple.
No, I ain't really had no stats. I was just saying the eye test. Like I've been watching both these teams a lot the past couple of years.
You brought up Bane numbers.
Oh, just because that's important. Because if somebody just said him and Ingram was on the same tier, it would sound crazy.
Ingram is shooting 47% from the three this year.
What was Bane shooting from three this year?
I don't know, but if it's better than that, I mean that's both crazy numbers.
But I'm saying they both. That's what I'm saying. But now I'm saying we seen what Ingram did in the playoffs, and so people just automatically assume Ingram's better than Bane, and they're not on the same tier. So I brought up Bane's numbers to say that him and Ingram are closer than what people might think. You know what I'm saying? I'm not just, you know what I'm saying? I'm not even saying Bane is better than Ingram. I'm saying he's equal to Ingram right now.
Last year in the playoffs, Bane and Ja Morant, they was both 1A, 1B. Ingram had a luxury of that. He had to be the number one guy.
But that's what I'm saying. It's like I still feel like him and Bane are on the same tier in terms of production, though. And I just brought up the numbers just to say that.
It's not fair to say that because, like I said, once again, Bane has the luxury of having an actual clear-cut number one guy.
But his number one guy wasn't playing like a number one guy in their first round. And he stepped up.
I'm talking about this year. You brought up he averaging 25. He has the luxury of an actual number one guy on his team, and he benefits from that.
So you don't think Zion's a number one guy?
I mean, we'll see what happens with
1A and 1B type of thing.
Oh, so you saying Zion and Ingram 1A, 1B, and you saying Ja and Bane is clearly 1 and 2?
Yes.
Okay.
Everybody, you the only one trying to make this a narrative. Don't nobody else think that Bane is the number one guy on that team? I
ain't saying he was the number one guy on the team. I'm saying he's one of the best number twos in the league. I don't think it's a gap between Bane and Ingram. I think they're on the same tier.
We just talked about the best number two guy.
Bron and AD are both twos right now. They're both twos. I ain't trying to hear that. Let me say, man, they both are twos.
That boy LeBron at the end of each game, the little hair he do got be just sticking up. I'm like, bro, go sit down.
LeBron
cut that shit off, man. He need to cut that shit off, man.
But we can move on though. So
I'm sticking by the man child. I don't care what you say.
That's cool. I love both teams. They both young and upcoming. And series. That would be a hell of a series. That's a series I kind of want to see, especially since Dallas sucked. But
at this point, if I just had the Grizzlies and the goddamn Pels drop the 4 and 5, so we can guarantee that first round matchup.
Nah, man, I'll wait to the Western Conference Finals.
Or that, hey, I mean, yeah, I can do it good, yeah, just so I ain't got no boo-boo ass finals.
Okay, let's move on.